thought I'd give you a little tour of the children's work that is through in Gallery 2. Here we've got 3 photographs, the only photographs that have been submitted for the exhibition actually, and they're by Sky Rose, and they're quite amazing really because she's really taken the time to look closely. I really love this one where she's played around with the effects of water over stones, and I don't know, it makes me think of abstract painting. It makes me think that I'm looking at mussels under the water or swirled dark chocolate and white chocolate. It's very clever. I think she's learned quite a lot making these pieces about how to take photographs and how to compose a piece. This one's very beautiful, and I like the way she's got the curved edges as well. So she spent a lot of time and energy working on this project. And then over here we've got some wonderful pieces. So this piece here is quite special. It's by Lucy, and she's taken her own photograph and then she's really gone to town with collage. So I think we've got some watercolor paint and then collage of cotton and tissue. But then look at all this amazing detail on her seashore. So sand and shells. And she's composed it very carefully because it builds. You've got this center focus of the sail, and then around the edges she's framed it really cleverly, the way that she's made it. And then here we've got a beautiful colour piece by Katrina called Song of the Sea, and I love the way she's framed it with her black edges and beautiful pieces of driftwood, and then little shells over the top of these wonderful painted marks that she's made. I wonder if she's used sponges to do that, perhaps. I think that's a really eye-catching piece. And then a very subtle piece here, bright colours but subtle marks, and very clever use of sea urchin shells to mirror the colours of her sunset. Beautiful. And then here's another very clever piece by Catherine, and I love the way, if you can see, she's cut the sails out and then backed them with tissue paper, a bit like a stained glass, and huge prominence given to the logos for the Fife boat. So she's clearly done her research. And a little shell there, really lovely and colourful there. It's a nice colourful wall. And then here, I just show you the back of this piece with its own stand, very clever. And this is by Lily. Here we go. So another collage, lots of sand and shells and seaweed, but lovely marks in the background showing the birds and clouds in the sky. And really you can see the texture of the board in the back, which is, I think, quite clever. So that's pretty special. And then on this wall, 2 pieces, one by Logan. How long did it take Logan to make this incredible mosaic collage of Moonbeam? The patience of that boy is incredible, and then to come up and manage to make it into a complete piece. Well done, Logan. And then Murray, who's used his research images to do a picture of Kentra with found objects from the beach. Very careful and very clever. And then another piece I have to show you the back of because it's got its own stand and it's in a shoebox. And then in the shoebox we've got this picture collage of a boat tipping into the waves. Love the fact that it's not just straight flat in the water. And lots of lovely textures and materials used here. Reminds me of the work of Joseph Cornell, who's an artist from the kind of mid-1900s in America, who made beautiful pieces in boxes with found objects. I love his work, and this piece reminds me of Joseph's work too. And then on this wall, here's a young man who's going to be some kind of designer, I think, later in life, because of the precision. You can see the lines that he's drawn for the sails, so simple with his shapes. And so precise, but so effective. And interestingly, this is his piece as well. So very different, very delicate drawing on white paper, but actually very similar. You can see almost like the design actually for his final piece. Very, very clever.